Why do astronomers put beef in their shampoo? For meteor showers. You're welcome. Someone passed that on to me and now I pass it on to you. So, what is going on, people? I'll tell you what's going on. We, all of us, everybody, even if you don't know it, we're all here on the road to Wrestlemania where Seth Freakin Rollins is probably going to do something amazing. So, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Not super excited overall like I've been in the past years because I won't be there to see it happen. But knowing that it's going to happen, well, assuming that it's going to happen, that's kind of good, I guess. But I will be watching it, likely at work because we happen to get the pay-per-views at work for whatever reason. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But you know what else is kind of cool? The reason we're here, this guy right here, right? So, where's those scissors? There, significantly less time to find these this time. But before we get into this, gotta roll the clip, right? So let's bring that up real quick. This, if I'm remembering what this is correctly, is not a shoe that I know a whole lot about, but for what it is, I kind of wanted it, and now I have it, right? So we're just gonna skip all the backstory and whatnot for now. So, as I said in that, I was going to hold off on the story for now. Well, for now was then, and this now is in the future from that point, so I can tell you that backstory. Here's the deal, right? So, you know how sometimes you have to make a choice between two things? At least you should make a choice. You can go both routes, but you want to choose, right? So, you look at the things, you see what your options are, and you're kind of leaning one way. You're thinking, yeah, this is what I want to do. I'm all in on this guy right here. And then you look at the other one again and you're like, then again, maybe, just maybe this. And you're never really sold one way or the other because you know you can't go wrong, right? And then the time comes to like act on those decisions, and all of a sudden the decision is made for you. And then it becomes a matter of like, oh, well, I can't have A now. And that's the one I was pretty sure I wanted. It becomes a matter of that. And that's what happened with these guys, right? So I'm online, whatever day that was, doing the normal thing, getting in waiting rooms and hoping that everything works out for me. And, well, let's get into this. And I'll go along with the story as we open it. So this right here, right? Very slightly different box. A much better box. Look at that. It's not all taped up all weird like on there. You know? It's nice. So, obviously this is another part of the Game of Thrones thing, and I'll, once again, not have a whole lot to say about it. But anyways, so, I'm on there, I'm looking, I'm seeing the, what was that color I bought the other day? The House of Targaryen? I saw that color, I saw this color, and I was like, man, I'm not really sure which one I want to get. And then this one, on the site that I was on, Foot Locker, sold out. And I was like, oh, but that's the one I wanted the most. Right? I had that feeling. Even if it wasn't true, but in the moment, it felt right. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not walking away empty-handed. Not me, not Tristan Stewart. Oh, no. So I bought the House of Targaryen ones, right? Because I wanted to at least have something, and I figured, if anything, maybe I'll send them back if I don't like them. Because I knew this release from Adidas was going to be in like another hour. They staggered them, you know? I think the Foot Locker and the Foot Action, the Champs, and some other stores, I think they did theirs early to take some of the, take down some of the traffic that would come in from those, but didn't necessarily want the, what else came out Saturday? Those white and red ones, and those white and red Tinker 3s. Those abominations, or those Jordan 3s, whatever. Let's get into this. So, there you have that, right? The normal paper. Already this presentation is just better. And, bam, right there. You can see that, guys? Yeah, you kind of can. But I'm going to pull it out and make sure you guys get a better view. This right here, close this guy. This is the White Walkers Adidas Ultra Boost 4.0. which I learned today from my #1 source of all things Game of Thrones, sneakernews.com, that they are the main antagonists of the storyline, the heels, if you will, in that world. And I guess winter is coming and they are of the winter, and so that's what's coming. Or maybe it's there now. I'm not really sure. I don't really care either, like not even a little bit. So I'm sure that Mr. Splash I'm Drippy is just waiting to say something about that, and I'll listen to him when he brings me that sandwich he owes me. So there's that for you. Anyways, let's look at this guy. Actually, first, let's pull out both shoes, trying to get back into that habit. Well, I say get back into it like it's a thing I used to do. I'm trying to start that habit, right? Because after that, what was that? The Air Max 2 fiasco, when I got those somethings, what is it? Those Have a Nike Day 97s. Alright, everything's looking pretty nice, so check them out, guys. Yeah, pretty good, right? I like to think so. These are actually pretty nice. I'm still... Well, I'll talk about it as I go through this. Because where I was on the fence with these was because maybe you remember those parlays or parlays. Is it parlay? I'm not really... I never was 100% sure. But that release, to me, looked a lot like these. And there have been probably another couple releases that looked like these that I could have bought with significantly less hassle and maybe even less dollars. Fewer dollars. Less hassle, fewer dollars. English is important. Anyways, so I was kind of on the fence for that reason. But I do really like the way these look. And then the other thing was, since they're white, I was like, these are going to get all kinds of dirty. But we'll see. We'll get them in hand and we'll make the decision then. And now, this is that moment. You're sharing it with me. So, looking at the sole, midsole that is, nothing fancy about that, not even one bit. It's just your typical blue, or your typical Boost midsole in white. You turn around to the bottom, which I just happened to notice, and you got some speckles of blue down there. It's like, I guess it's supposed to be like ice, maybe like if you were walking in the winter or whatever, because that's where these guys are. So that's kind of a nice touch, unless that's just glue that's not supposed to be on there, which in some ways it looks like that, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to say that it's supposed to be like that. Sometimes people have little defects and whatnot, then it's just an extra feature. Just like it. Anyways, so moving past that, one of the things that I'm noticing about this upper is that it's got a little bit of a frosty sort of vibe to it. I don't know if it's picking up in the camera, but from different angles you can kind of see where the white is. It's got I'll have to take a picture later, but it almost has that 3M effect that you would see if the flash were on a 3M shoe, where it's just kind of sparkles just a little bit. So that I'm kind of liking. The somewhat translucent cage on the outside here with the 3 stripes, I like that. That's a nice touch. And then it goes down also into the heel cup to give it that icy look, you know. So they got some nice things going on with this. I'm not gonna lie. Then on the back you have the winter is here thing, because I guess winter is here now. So congratulations, Game of Thrones. You made it. You made it to winter, whatever that means. And then same thing, kind of like the other one. We're on the tip of the dragons one. It had like the kind of frayed style going on, and then on the back it has that, which is winter, I guess. It looks like something you see on like the Weather Channel when there's like a hurricane coming through. Remember Hurricane Helms from like WWF? Yeah, I just thought about that. anyways, so yeah, this, and then on the inside you can kind of see it in there, the Game of Thrones thing. This one it's white, like you would expect. But let's get that pulled out, see if there's anything else about it. Nope, nothing too fancy, just this typical Game of Thrones thing going on there, with some I'm not sure what all of those things are on there. Maybe some of you guys know. I'm not even sure if it's upside down. I mean, it shouldn't be, but you know, whatever. So overall though, just looking at this shoe, I am definitely all for it. It actually makes me kind of want to look at the other ones. I don't know if there's if they were in stock anywhere around here, because on the day that they released, I was in Seoul for some reason. What was I doing up there? Or no, I was up there the next day. But anyways, I was in Seoul it was the next day. It was the next day after they released. And I went into an Adidas store just to see if they had them, and they did not, so they let me down. They also didn't have anything in there that I cared about even a little bit. So, huge letdown in that store, at least that day. I mean, I'm going to give them another shot sometime because I do like Adidas, but man, that store though. So, one of the things I'm noticing on here, which I should have looked at both of them last time, but I didn't. If you look there, it says White Walkers. I don't know, that's probably not focusing too much, but it says White Walkers on the lace tips. So again, there's a lot of little details going on in these White Walkers that I do like. Keeping them clean is going to be a hassle potentially, but I don't know. I got some Rejuvenator stuff, so that should help. That's how it's advertised. That's why I bought it. But we'll see. And of course, this part on the around the toe box there, it's on all the, in one way or another, it's on all the Ultra Boosts. Sometimes it's just not as profound. It doesn't stand out so much. You know, just kind of lays back, just like doing its job, but you don't know it's there. You know. But this they actually colored it in just a little more to give it that little icy tip. So the one pair I noticed that more on also was the I have no idea what the name of the shoe was, but it was the ones where they were gray with with a white toe, or they were black with a white toe. Something. It looked stupid to me, but and that's what took those immediately out of the running as far as shoes I was considering buying. But yeah, glad to have these. Still not sure what this is all about, but I'm telling you, if it is meant to be that way, cool, that's fine. If it's not, then it's just weird. And so now that brings us to the sizing portion of the video, where I will again resituate things so I can get some videos. It turns out that those on feet things kind of work, because Gunplay was like, I didn't give a rat's booty hole about this shoe, and now you showed it to me on your foot, and now I must have it. That's not exactly how the conversation went, but the gist of it, that was the gist of it. Really, he said those are kind of cool. I'd consider that if I didn't have to go out of my way. That's more along the lines of what he said. But yeah, these, I'm gonna put these on, see how they look. Yeah, so give me a minute. Alright, so putting those videos on the side as I did last time, it does seem that some people did compliment that idea, so I guess I'll be sticking with that unless somebody chimes in with a better way to do it. But the sizing of these, again, I went with a 9.5 because that's what I go with in Ultra Boost and every other Boost shoe that I have, and these fit perfectly. So, these are some of my thinner socks, but even the thicker ones aren't that much that much thicker. So I'm sure those will be fine too. If anything, it'll give me a little closer to that snug fit that I do prefer. So yeah, definitely normal sizing on these. They fit just like the fire ones I had on yesterday. Also, while I was recording that, I got a message from Gruth. Remember her? Yeah, that still happens once in a while. So she's like, how about tomorrow evening? I haven't talked to her in like a week or two, so I have no idea what she's talking about. Just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, so I'll deal with that later, I guess. But anyway, so back to the things that matter, which is right here, right now. yeah, these, definitely liking these. I mean, I can't say that I'm, now that I've seen the other ones, I think I would have had to give the nod to those, honestly. If I saw them both, if I was walking into a store and was making the decision right there, I feel like I would not have walked out with these, though it wouldn't have been easily this. It would have been like, I'm pretty sure I want these, and then I would have looked at these again, given some thought, because they're that good, right? They're not better than the other ones, but they're pretty good. They're worth considering. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping these though. I mean, for one, I just walked around the house in them to cut the tags off and everything, so sending them back isn't really an option anyway, I guess. But whatever, I have them, I like them, and that's all that matters. So that's gonna be it for me. I will be back tomorrow with another unboxing. I'm no stranger to doing the 2 in one night sort of thing, but tonight I am not, because I don't know what time it is. I feel okay. It's 9. So that means I'm gonna wrap up recording this, get it edited, get it uploaded. Don't watch it because I just take that leap of faith, and then see how everything goes in the morning. Yeah, and then because I have to go through, get like a haircut and all that stuff. Went to the gym, ran around a while ago. Probably won't be running for a little bit. Kind of got some old man knee problem thing going on, so I'm gonna take a break from that before things get worse. But yeah, enough about me. I'm going to wrap it up because I said I was going to do that, and this time I mean it. So, again, as I always say, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking or commenting, all that stuff that you do. Even if you're not doing it, but you're watching it, again, thanks for that too. Everything helps, So I do appreciate that more than I can say. But tonight is pretty much over. The video is over. Thank you for watching. Have a nice rest of your day. Have a nice rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. See you tomorrow.